1, 0.
Om Sri Rama, Om Sri Lakshmi, Om Sri Krishna, Om Sri Ganesha. Namaste. Welcome folks to another reaction video. Today I'm going to react to someone I never expected to react to, and that is Mother Meera. And you may know Mother Meera. I think she's in her 50s or maybe early 60s now, and she's been living in Germany and giving silent darshan since she was a teenager. Speaking is just not what she's done. She is considered an avatar of the Divine Mother, and the way she teaches is just to give that silent darshan. So, to do a reaction video of her is like, no, impossible. Can't be done. But, I was on YouTube going through some stuff looking for something for another teacher, and I came across some videos of Mother Meera speaking, and I literally was like, what, is that AI generated, or maybe someone's reading an audiobook, which you can find out there? And I'm like, no, she is actually speaking. Like, oh my, it just blew my mind. I was like, wow. And it looks like she's been speaking for a few years, because one of the videos we're going to be watching today goes back to 2017. And I was literally blown away by that. So my first thought was I have to hear this. What does she say? But then I'm like, no. This is perfect for the show. Let's do this together. Let's watch a couple of her videos. I found 3 of them, and see what she says. I have no idea what she says. I have no idea about her philosophy or anything. So this show is rather fresh. Yeah, I know, Mother Meera, right? I had no idea she spoke. Which is interesting, because I discovered her 2018, 2019, I don't remember exactly which. A friend of mine recommended her, Surya Ananda, in England, so this show is for you. He recommended her because he enjoyed watching her darshans and thought I might, and she'd already started speaking by the time he gave me the reference. So I don't know how I didn't see this on YouTube, or maybe I just kind of ignored it or something. So at the time, whenever this reference from Surya Ananda was given, I watched some of her videos. I thought, okay, yeah, alright, she's alright, she seems cool. I did a little research, and yeah, there's a little controversy around her, because there always is. You can't be a public figure or a guru without having some. But I didn't think it was actually anything so bad compared to others. She doesn't have a zipper problem, or a dress problem, I should say. There is some controversy. There's a book published which speaks poorly of her due to something she said that's supposedly anti-homosexual. Now, I've not read this book. I've not looked into it. I do not know what she says. That's why I say supposedly. Also, it was said in private, and others have said, no, she's fine with homosexuals. So I don't know the big picture. But for me, this is a situation of context. We need to know what she said, did she say it, and what's the context? Because it's so easy to take things out of context today. Oh my god, it's so easy. So if that's kind of the only criticism I've seen, I can kind of put that aside. And if you go, oh, well, she said something anti-homosexual, I'm like, again, context matters. And when it doesn't matter, then you're not interested in logic, you're just interested in finding a fight to fight. So I put that aside, and she looks pretty good. Other than that, I don't really know much of her, because I didn't really give her much time because at the time I discovered her, I was getting really into Sri Dharma Acharya of the International Sanatana Dharma Society, and also Swami Prabhupada. And so I really gravitated to them, and she just, didn't resonate with me. Now, you can criticize me if you want. Well, maybe it's because you didn't do the darshan right and didn't feel the divine love. Whatever. I have done live videos on this channel where I've talked about a darshan with Adidas Samraj, where I had an out-of-body experience lasting a few minutes. To this day, I do not remember it. And I also had Kundalini Shaktipat in a second darshan. And I've also had things happen with darshan with Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. So I have. But she didn't come to me at the right time. Now, I still thank Surya Ananda for the recommendation. I'm glad to know her. I like learning about new gurus. I like learning about new teachers. So anyways, here we are today. We're going to watch 3 videos by her. Now, before I delve into this, I have to be incredibly honest. I've actually spent 30 minutes doing this show. I did this, and then at one point, I'm looking at my setup here going, I don't think the volume's streaming. Well, for me, but it wasn't for her. I've been doing 30 minutes, and I realized that no one out there could hear her. You could see the subtitles. And I was just like, I'm sorry, this show's done, and I just deleted it and just ended it. So we're starting over. So, that being said, I did a little tweaking and figured out what was wrong. So now we're ready to go. I don't know how to say this. My last 2 reaction videos were attempting to be fair, but really were kind of negative against John DeRuiter and Eli Jackson Bear. And I went into this one really not knowing anything, and I confessed in the 30 minutes I recorded that there has been times where I have criticized, I think I did in the John DeRuiter reaction video, silent gurus. I've criticized them because I felt like they were silent because they didn't know anything, or they were silent because they didn't have anything to say. And Mother Meera, being silent for decades, certainly is open to that criticism. I know there's, I think, some books she may have contributed to, but I know she has a husband and a world around her. It is very easy for them to write books in her name. This happens all the time. And, she says a few sentences and then they just do it. So when we have books like that, you could say, well, she wrote that. I don't know. So having not read those books and not knowing what she thinks and seeing her silent and seeing other gurus who use silence as part of their, allure, like John DeRuiter, of course, I went into my video skeptical. And I discovered, in the 30 minutes I recorded, that she's awesome. She's really cool. And I like what I hear. Now, I only did about really 5 minutes of video because I just talked a lot because I was really, really inspired by her. And I doubt I'll be able to duplicate those talks, but maybe we'll see if I can. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, this is going to be a completely different video than what you've seen me do previous. And I'm kind of shocked by that because I really was hesitant. But no, I really like what she says. And my criticism of silent gurus, so far, and only did like 5 minutes of one video, so far doesn't apply to her. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. So, let's try this again. Oh, live stuff like this. Let's try this again. And, we'll rearrange the house a little bit. And what I'm going to do, just to keep myself feeling fresh, is I started my other 30 minutes with the first video you see here, the Soul Churns, which is clips of her talking. I'm now going to another one just in this list. So before I do this, I have to be honest. I tell you, other than the 5 minutes I did of Soul Churns here, I've not seen any of this. What I did is I simply went through YouTube and I looked for Mother Meera Speaks. Or I would find a short video that said somewhere in the description, like English And I would click on the video, and I would like, okay, is that English? Okay, and I would just stop. And all I need is like 1 second to know if it's English. Duh. And then that's it. I would just take the video. And then I know one of these was fairly long, and I ran it through my video program, and I would just fast forward through her talking to get to where she stopped talking, because there was devotees talking about their life, and I'm not reacting to them. They're not public figures, and that's not what we're doing here. And I would crop those out, and I also crop out the music because YouTube, music with YouTube, you know how that goes. That is all I have done. I literally have not seen these. I don't know what she says. Oh, also I looked, if I didn't hear English, I looked to see if there was subtitles. Um, I know in the Sojourns one we were watching, some of the video is a little rough, and there's other people talking with strong accents, and I wanted to make sure we had built-in subtitles because I'm not running this off of YouTube. Okay, so trust me, I never lie to you on this channel because it serves no purpose to. I have not watched any of these videos other than what I just attempted to do live. Let me take a drink, and then we're gonna jump into one of these. So I'm thinking we'll go to the second one, White Light, and we'll see what she says. And you'll find out how exciting this is for me and how inspiring she is to me. Um, so here we go. And actually, what I'm probably going to do is just play this and then just test it out.
What can we do in order to enhance our frequencies?
Okay, we're going to pause, and I'm going to double check to make sure that broadcast, to make sure you can hear it. Double check. Ah, yes, it looks like you can. Also, this is interesting because here I chose a different video. Or did I? But this looks like the one but I actually already saw this little clip. So I may have there might be duplications today because I haven't watched these. I've just fast forwarded through them. So we'll find out. Anyways, it works. So what we're going to do, we're going to start over. And this little bit I've already seen, or maybe this is the one I don't know. I forget now.
What can we do in order to enhance our frequencies? To go.
So I'm going to say something that I said in the previous video. And that is, actually, I'm going to try something while I'm talking. That is, she comes across, when I mean try something, technically, she comes across as sincere to me. There's a slight chuckle we see here, her smile. I don't get any acting from her. Now, that doesn't mean she doesn't act. We all kind of act in some way, shape, or form, particularly when we've been in the public for as long as she has. She's an expert on smiling. But her reactions seem very genuine to me. They don't feel like John DeRuiter, who I criticize for sometimes performing and having a script in his head that he just is kind of like, okay, this connects with that part. I get a very genuine feeling from her. So immediately, and I said this already, that I feel she is a nice person. And I feel she is sincere by her body language. And you could think about, I don't know, Gangashi or Teal Swan or I don't know, whoever, Guru Mai Chidvilasananda, other women out there. Because women do, they're different than men. And even you could compare men. But I just get a real genuine feeling from her. So I'm not going to say whether she is an avatar. I'm not going to say whether she is the Divine Mother. I'm not even going to say if she's a great guru, whatever. But I will say, just looking at her, just in the limited bit here, in the first 12 seconds, I feel like you're seeing a good person and a sincere person. Or she's an amazing actress, but I think she is sincere. I think I have found a sincere person to learn from. And I think we should find sincere people to learn from. I think those are the ones who we should make our gurus, the sincere ones. Okay, let's go back and keep going.
Yeah. I mean, according to my opinion, we can pray and we can try, but I don't think something is there to go faster, or I don't think.
So I'm going to repeat something from the previous video, and you're going to get this for like the next 5 minutes. She says faster. Faster is the key word here. Everyone wants to go faster. Scream if you want to go faster. Jerry Holloway wrote faster, faster, faster. Everything, whatever it is, we always want to go faster. We want to get to the end. We want to hit the climax. We want to do whatever. But she says, no, I don't think so. Just pray. And this jives with a recent speech by Sri Dharma Acharya. Maybe I'll try to hunt up the speech and put the link in down below, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that, or if I remember which one it is. But he said that it is God that gives us enlightenment, or awakens us, or does whatever. It is God that grants us this through God's grace. We can pray, we can do penance, we can do sacrifices, yagnas, we can follow different things for our life. But at the end of the day, it is God that takes us someplace. So there's nothing we can do that automatically creates the ending. I do this penance and automatically God gives me $1 million. I do this fire ceremony and automatically I am blessed with fame and fortune. No. God decides. And if you read the scriptures, that's what we have happening. The Ramayana is full of these stories. Srimad Bhagavatam also, where someone does something and God comes to them and grants them something. God comes to them. Or God does something, reaches out a hand. That is the way this works. It's not automatic. So, a few years ago, my girlfriend passed away, young, 33 years old, glunk, 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 drank herself into death. And afterwards, it just knocked me a little senseless, even though I saw it coming. And I got into this one religion because I thought they might have insight into death, but they didn't. I don't remember the name of the religion. Blanking right now, and I'm not even going to really hint at it, because it's really just one of many religions that do this, so-called religions. So what you do, you pay a membership fee, and you're like level 1, and then 2 years later, or the next year, you pay your membership fee again, and then 2 years later you pay again, and you will become level 2. And then you wait a year, pay your membership fee, then you're level 3. Now eventually you get up where you have to wait a few years and then you're level 20. And a few more years you're level 21. As long as you pay your membership fee. You might never go to a temple, might never talk to anyone in this religion, might never do anything. But if you pay your membership fee, you're automatically ascending to a higher level of consciousness. The membership fee comes with a quarterly newsletter. And that's it. Read its quarterly newsletter and you will ascend. There's a story I found online when I realized this religion was nothing, about this one woman who, for 20 years of being a part of this religion, was never getting beyond level 2 because she would let her membership fee drop. So every time she dropped it, or skipped a year or lost a year or whatever, she'd be automatically back at level 1. We must be careful of that when they tie a price tag to your ascension. She says the truth. Mother Meera right here says the truth. There's nothing we can do. We can't pay more. It is the grace of God. And in this religion, God is not involved. It's money, money. She is 100% correct about this. And I tie her into Sri Acharya. I like when teachers echo each other. And she's not giving a politically correct point of view either. Neither was Sri Acharya. And I like that. Because, yeah, we hear a lot of politically correct answers. If you just love, if you just let your heart love, spread, something will happen to you. No, she doesn't say that.
Only we should try every day or every month, whatever it may be, we should try and pray. But I don't think something is there to grow faster.
I'm going to pause here again to echo Sri Acharya's talk again, because he said in that talk something that she's saying. Essentially, we should do whatever we can. God will look at us. If we're doing good, it will help. We don't have to be perfect according to the scriptures. We don't have to have every single Vedic injunction happening in our life. Sometimes we can't. But God will look at us and give us something. Nothing bad is happening. And she kind of says that here. We should do, whether it's weekly or daily or monthly, we should just be doing something. Though I do criticize, and I have criticized Christians who show up at church only for Easter and Christmas. Do more than every 6 months, okay? Do more than that. And so many people do only every 6 months at church that you're really just now part of the mob mentality, and I'm spilling my coffee on my computer. You're part of the mob mentality. No. Do better than that. Yeah. Just spit it on my keyboard that's sitting on my lap. Anyways, let's move forward. She's so correct in this, and this is why in the first viewing of her, I just was like, oh, I'm very impressed by Mother Meera, and I'm impressed yet again hearing this all again. I'm super impressed by her as a teacher, as a guru. I am loving what she says. And we're only
If you have time, we can meditate.
Thanks to the work you are doing on him, he sees some pearls, some droplets of lights of different colors falling on him, and he has read in Sri Aurobindo that it might be supramental light, and he's asking if it is true.
Yeah, but these lights comes and goes. It's okay, it comes, it's no doubt it, but we should not fix on it.
Listen to her. We should not fixate upon these things, these events, their lights, whatever spiritual experiences. They come and go. Some of us have them, some of us don't. We shouldn't fixate on them. She is right on the ball on that one. She is so right on the ball on that. We get obsessed by these things, and sometimes people go, well, I had this experience and now I'm enlightened. Not necessarily. It comes and goes. Enlightenment doesn't come and go. So if you had an experience that went, you were in enlightenment, but we get wrapped up in these things. She is so on the ball. And so, having watched this little bit already, I'm, as I mentioned already, that I have criticized silent teachers. I'm never doing that to Mother Meera again. Or at least, in the bit I've seen, she has impressed me as someone who really knows her stuff. And while she has been silent all these years, she's either well-read or she has truly experienced some mystical thing or whatever. She has it. She's got it. I think she's got something. She's experienced something. And that's as much as I'm going to say right now. She's experienced, but she knows it. And and I think she's not just saying the same things we always hear. She's being very politically correct in her answers. I might be a little more blunt in mine. But she's giving us something that shows a uniqueness. So it's really easy to go on your bookshelf and read lots of books and then regurgitate, but she's repeating things which are sort of like a deep dive, for lack of a better word. It's not the mainstream, just love yourself and feel your spirit energy and blah blah blah. There's something more to that. So I'm really giving her two thumbs up, kudos as being a teacher that so far I'm very impressed with, and I think is maybe in the top tier, or if she's in a upper tier, she's the real deal. She's someone worth listening to. That's what I'm saying. We'll keep going. I like her. I like her a lot.
He's a healer, and when he's doing healing on a person, he says that he is capable to put this person inside this light, and he's asking if it's reality.
Yeah, everybody is doing something. It's okay. That is their belief they are doing. It is okay. One can't say it is true or not true. That is their belief.
So here I have a little bit of a philosophical debate. So she goes, that is their belief. We can't say it's true or not true. That is sort of the universalism thing where we say, well, you're praying to God, even though it's not my God. At least you're praying to God, so good. Yet on the other hand, a lot of us actually say something is true or not true. I do it all the time. Well, you're praying to that God, but it's the Christian God, and I think your Bible's junk. How can I say both of those things at the same time? They're contradictory. I do this, a lot of us do this, and we often do it and we don't even know it. Well, I'm confessing to you right now that I do it, so don't call me out for promoting this, because I'm confessing that I do. And in the moment, we're often not feeling, because I think this whole all religions are good, and as long as you're praying, it doesn't matter. It's a universalist thing, has really seeped into at least Western culture, and so it sort of comes out of us, any of us who have studied religion, almost without awareness that we're saying it. I think it's just a part of who we are, whether we like it or not, and we have to proactively do something about it. This, I'm going to critique a religion, may also, I don't know. I think that takes a little bit of strength to start doing that, because now you're putting yourself on the line. I know many people who would never critique anything. They won't do it. It's too controversial, it's whatever. They just won't do it. And a lot of us are willing to do it. But then we find ourselves being in this strange place. So the way I justify it, the way I am willing to say I can hold these two ideas versus just saying, oh, you're completely wrong and screw you, even if you're praying to God, who cares? Because I can't justify telling a Christian they're doing bad, even if I think their religion is funky. The way I justify it is, we have a person who's praying to God, Christian faith, or whatever, I don't know, the spaghetti monster religion. They're praying this spaghetti monster religion. And I think it's garbage, but they do a weekly spaghetti monster Bible study. They also don't drink. They don't party. They study. They volunteer at a youth center. Then we have this person over here who is an atheist, doesn't pray to anyone. This is a woman who sleeps with a new guy every weekend and makes sure to stay over so he'll serve them breakfast. She doesn't care about life. So while for me she might be honest in her spirituality, she doesn't believe anything, she doesn't try, whereas in these people, well, you're honest, but I think your religion is funky, so I don't know what honesty even means. I would say at least the people who are believing in this spaghetti monster, at least they're thinking about reality. And they may be wrong, but at least they're trying to get beyond the illusion. They're trying to find something greater than them. They're trying to lead a good life. Whereas in the person who just goes out partying, while I may agree with them more, their life is just going to be a train wreck at some point. So I think that is how I get through this argument of, okay, at least you're praying to God, even though I don't believe in your God, because at least you're doing something positive and you're trying, versus the person who I may agree with more, who isn't trying. Does that make sense to you? That's how I see this. It's this weird philosophical place to be. It's this, I don't know, gets in the feel good where everyone's feeling good, and I don't like this, and many of us don't like this, but it can be hard to break it, and it creates these philosophical conundrums. Anyways, this isn't about me. This is about Mother Meera, but obviously I am inspired by listening to her. She is just filled with great wisdom. Let's keep going.
They are doing their job, they are praying to divine. It's okay, no doubt in it.
Die Menschen, die erleuchtet sind, also gibt es das überhaupt? Enlightened. Gibt es das?
After enlightened, when enlightened comes, we can't stay in this head, in this body. Enlightenment means only before thought or after thought.
So, in my previous video, this is the point where I realized she is well educated. She's been doing some reading, or something has given her some insight. She is echoing Ramanuja here, who actually said that when we have enlightenment in this human body, it's only so far. True enlightenment will take us out of this body, or it's not in this body. We can't have it in this body. Once we have it, we're gone. This is a Ramanuja type thinking. And this isn't something that you hear a lot. People don't say this. It's not politically correct to go, well, you know what? You really, this whole enlightenment that you're promoting, dude, on your YouTube, this is not politically correct. But she is saying something that is philosophically, it's part of the tradition. So I'm very impressed by what I hear from her, basically. I'm very impressed by what I hear from her.
After enlightenment, we can't stay here. We have contact with divine, we will be part of divine or like this. But after enlightenment, we can't stay in this body or this awareness.
So therefore, anyone who says they're enlightened, we have to question, essentially.
Means when you are identify with God, that is the enlightenment.
And what does awakened? Awakened. Some people say they are awakened.
Yeah, that is different thing. But it's not enlightened.
I like she differentiates that, because but we mix the words up a lot.
Awaken means little bit conscious about divine or something.
Surrender. I'm now actually on this topic. Surrender. Of course, we say we have to surrender, but in this life, on this world, it's difficult even to know in which situation not. Let's say, when we are well, in a nice place, then it's more or less easy. But what shall we do? Let's say when we have or when we are threatened, or
religion
so.
is for the good
get
times.
Harmony, or in the family, or in the office, or wherever it may be, surrender, acceptance is easy, but sometimes it is not easy to surrender, but it takes time.
Yes,
Surrender
yes.
attitude is always good to have.
Put that subtitle on your bumper sticker.
It gives more harmony, it gives more strength. That is there. But sometimes, okay, we can say we don't want, but generally it's good attitude to have.
Always be
How
surrendering.
can we do to love ourselves more in order to
So this is where I stopped my
have
previous
good
recording.
relationships with
From
others?
here on out, it's all new.
I didn't understand.
I mean, if we love ourselves more, we could have relationships more.
I don't think we love ourselves now. First we should try to love others. Others means we should accept and we should be living with that. Then naturally it comes. Don't think we should love ourselves. No, that is not right way to think. No. First, you should accept what is surrounding you, your family, friends. First, you should accept them and love them, and naturally it comes.
That's hard to do, but so is loving
everything
yourself.
together.
Thanks. Was ist Liebe? What is love? Yeah.
Liebe ist, was du machst, mit liebevoll machen, deine Arbeit, deine Pflicht, was ist da alles, akzeptieren und weitermachen und helfen, das kommt vom Liebe.
Wie kann ich mein Herz noch weiter öffnen für die Liebe?
So I'm going
Das kommt automatisch.
She is speaking German here. I'm going to back this up. And so this show goes out over podcasts, sites such as Spotify and Amazon. So I'm going to read the subtitles out loud so you know what everyone is saying, for those of you who are listening and not getting the visual. Which is too bad because you're missing all my hand movements and stuff. So the question is, what is love? Mother Meera says, love is what you do in a loving way. Your work, your duty. Whatever is there to accept everything. And continue. Help. It comes from love.
Weitermachen oder helfen, das kommt vom Leben.
Wie kann ich mein
Question, how can I open my heart wider for love?
Herz noch weiter öffnen für die Liebe?
Das kommt.
She says, this comes automatically.
Automatic. Da kannst du
You can only pray and have good feelings.
Du kannst nur beten und haben gut Gefühle.
But we cannot do very much. So it's a very interesting thought. It comes automatically. What do you think? Do you agree with that?
Wir können nichts viel machen, meine.
She says, my devotion must be more or less. There, you cannot do much.
Meine Devotion muss mehr sein, wenig sein. Da kannst du nichts viel.
I don't really understand what she's
Und
saying.
was heißt dein Wille geschehe?
So the question is, this is a new video clip, what is the meaning of your will be done? So what is the meaning of a phrase in another religion? Does anyone ever go into a Christian church or a Bible study and go, Mr. Pastor, I was wondering if you could tell me the meaning of this word in the Quran? There's a sentence in this book, a story about the cow. Does anyone ever go into the pastor and go, oh, there's this phrase in this giant book? No, but we always do that Christianity and other religions. So, you're a Hindu teacher. Please tell me what this Christian religion says. No, don't ask her about the Christian religion. Maybe she knows it, maybe she doesn't. Just forget about it. Ask about your own religion. That's my rant. Okay, back to the video.
Wenn man Devotion, wie
So the questioner is saying devotion, and says how to bring together one's own will
bringt
and
man das
devotion.
zusammen, den eigenen Willen und Devotion?
Da ist keine spezielle Methode
So Mother Meera says it comes. There is no special method to bring about devotion.
zu bringen, Devotion. Also, das kommt automatisch.
She says it comes automatically. I don't know. Does it come automatically? Does devotion come automatically? Yeah, I think it might. I think the hard part is keeping that devotion, keeping it steady, keeping it focused through the ups and the downs, the good times when it's easy, as she said earlier, and the bad times. That's when stuff we have keeps us focused, is through the bad times. Devotion, though, is probably automatic, and it does automatically come if you believe in God, but in the bad times, sometimes we need a little help. So Mother Meera says you have to do what you want to do.
Smaken was to will smaken and
And simply pray, stay cool, and accept.
verbieten, locker
I'll have
bleiben,
to throw it on the
akzeptieren.
subtitles.
Und was? Akzeptieren die Dinge, die Welt, wie sie
And the question is, accept what? The things, the world as it is?
ist, die Dinge, wie sie kommen. Alles.
And Mother Meera is nodding her head. No, no, no. She goes, everything that happens, what is in front of us. This is an odd question, though. I don't know. This questioner is...
Was kommt uns vor?
And Mother Meera is sort of like, come on. Her manner is a little not annoyed by the question, but in the other videos we've seen, for those of you who are now watching this, you may see a difference in her manner. She's like, come on, like, really, what are you asking me here? She's rushing this questioner, which she hasn't done before. This is very interesting. I don't think she's thrilled by this question. Anyways, she says, first of all, we have to learn to
Erstmal, wir
accept.
müssen lernen zu akzeptieren.
The other things will come to us.
Dann kommt andere Sachen zu.
If you don't accept and always
Akzeptierst
resist,
nichts, du machst immer Resistance, dann,
you will always have
dann
ups
hast
and
du immer
downs.
hoch und unten. Du kannst nicht
Sometimes you can say,
manchmal
I
wird
do not
man
want.
sagen, ich will nichts, ich muss weg von
I want to leave from here. You can make such
hier,
decisions.
das kannst du solche Entscheidungen kann treffen. Aber
But that doesn't happen very often. She
das
says.
passiert nicht so vor. Wir müssen bleiben
She says, we have to stay together in the family or just together. We must
zusammen in der
accept.
Familie, zusammen. Man muss akzeptieren. Man
She says, sometimes you say, no, I don't want. I want to leave.
Manchmal du sagst, nee, ich will nichts, ich will weggehen. Und wie lange
But
gehst
for
du
how long? Then you will return.
weg? Dann kommst du wieder zurück.
Mother, ich möchte mir wirklich bedanken für
Sorry about so much German on this. I didn't realize there was. So we're in a new clip, and the questioner says, Mother, I want to thank you for the love you give to us.
die Liebe, du gibst zu uns.
Regarding the
Und
love I want to
genau
learn.
wegen der Liebe, ich möchte gerne nicht verstehen, aber ich möchte gerne lernen.
And I also try through
Und
prayer
ich probiere auch durch Beten, aber lernen, wie
this inner state of unconditional love.
kann mir diese Status, innerliche Status zum bedingungslose Liebe.
How can I really give every
Wo
person
kann ich wirklich jede Person
unconditional love to others?
bedingungslose Liebe geben zu den anderen Personen.
To myself, but also to others.
Und erst auch
Without,
zu mir selber, aber auch zu den anderen Personen, ohne
without self-interest.
welche Interesse oder
Overcoming egotism.
wie kann ich wirklich überwinden diesen Egoismus,
The
wo wir Menschen haben.
the egotism always stays. It doesn't go. And she's starting to shake her head.
Der Egoismus immer bleibst, das geht nichts weg.
Oh, sorry. She says, sometimes, I think she says the egotism always stays. Sorry, I got this wrong. There was an overlap. She says, sometimes the egotism... Actually, let's just go back. The egotism always stays. It doesn't go, she says. Sometimes it is more, sometimes less.
Manchmal ist wenig,
But it is always there.
die ist immer da.
So I want to make two comments. One is, have you noticed the way these people are phrasing their questions? They're doing what I do often, trying to put a lot of ideas into, a little space. But their questions are a little bit complicated. There's like this background, and then here's the question. Their questions are unfocused. But her answers are actually very simple, and I'm very, very impressed by her answers. How to the point they are versus the questions she's being asked, which I think try her patience a little bit. Or she's just waiting for the question to be asked. The other thing is I want to comment on her ego. When I used to follow Adidas Samraj, he used to teach that the ego was bad. He always talked about the clenched fist was the ego, and he has this great example. It's one of the few things I really like from him. When you have a clenched fist, nothing happens. But when you open your fist, now you can do all sorts of things. And he said the ego and egotism and egoism and whatever attached to the ego is stopping us from connecting to others, stopping us from connecting to God, stopping us to connecting with ourselves. I can't see what's inside this, but now I can. So that's a big part of what I was raised on spiritually. But I don't hear enough people talk about the ego in religious circles. I really, really don't. I wish I heard more people talk about the ego. I don't remember if Adi Das said you can completely get rid of it or not. I don't think you can. I think she is right. You can't get rid of it. There's always some ego. I think the key is to find which parts of the ego are good and which parts are bad. And to lessen the grip. But I think this talk on ego is very important and something we should talk about much, much more. Because we have to have that open ego in order to get to any of these other spiritual things. These other spiritual discussions are meaningless if we have a closed fist. We can talk about anything, but if we're in this, as Adida says, what does it really matter? So this is foundational, and yet nobody talks about this foundational thing. It's sort of like belief in God. If you don't have a belief in God, what does any of this matter? It's just academic talk. So back to the video. Jesus, we sometimes show love. Sometimes we don't show.
We don't show. That is okay.
It is okay.
But how is the way to feel this feeling of
no, I mean,
love?
It comes and goes. You can't say you should feel like this or like this. It comes. There is no fixed mind on this.
A fixed opinion.
So I have to continue to pray.
So in this new clip, a questioner says, if I do not want to return, but to have enlightenment in heaven, or on other planets, another universe, is it possible? I'm sorry, if you believe in heaven, then you can't have enlightenment, because the heaven is a concept that has been defined by Judeo-Christians and the Judeo-Christian faith, which includes Islam, and is a very particular place and is very particularly described. And when you look at enlightenment, which comes out of Hinduism and is spread into Buddhism and other things, they're not the same. Heaven, you go and you sit there for all eternity at the right hand of God, or you have bunches of virgins. Enlightenment isn't like that. It has a different thing. And in Hinduism, we don't believe that you're in one place for eternity, except when you truly achieve enlightenment and become divine with God, but you're not then in heaven sitting at God's right hand. So this guy's just combined a bunch of religions, and this is something I rant against all the time. Now, the next part of his phrase is, or on other planets in another universe. Now, that is actually possible. We do talk about in Hinduism other planets. But this concept of heaven, we need to get rid of that when we talk about Hinduism, because it is so defined by Judeo-Christian religions that we need to just dump it. We need to dump this. Or we need to use the word heaven completely figuratively. But why? We can talk about the specific planets like Krishna Loka, Brahma Loka, or whatever. Heavenly places, but the word heaven, we just dump that from the vocabulary. And I know it's in the scriptures. I read translations by Swami Prabhupada, and they say the word heaven, but I think he is using the word because it's the closest word that we have. But I think we should just not use it anymore. I just think it's confusing. This is something that's crept into our vocabularies now as Hindus. We talk about hell and heaven, but they're very specific things. And if we use them figuratively, I think there's better words to use. I'm sorry, this question is... And is it possible? Yes. Read the scriptures. So he says, I'm sorry, I missed that. I'm going back to this translation again. So I do not want to return, but have enlightenment in heaven. On other planets and other universes, is it possible? To say, okay, enough of Gaia, the blue planet. Oh, enough of Gaia. This guy's like got all his religions happening at once. I want to go to Jupiter or Venus. Yeah, no, the Hindu scriptures actually don't say that if you achieve enlightenment, you'll go to Jupiter. They don't say that at all. That's something completely different. That's called space travel. So she says there are different names. But there is only the light of God, the Paramatman, or God.
They list the Paramatman or the God only thus gift us
Where you can go to
gain thine kind on the planet.
She says no other planets. I will disagree with her here because the scriptures, if you read the Srimad Bhagavatam, actually talks about other planets that you can go to. So there's a little discrepancy here, but I think she's actually alluding to something, and she's just sort of simplifying it for this fellow who asked the question. I'm willing to bet if you called her out and said yes, but she would. But I feel like her answer is just she's simplifying it. So what she's saying is yes, there's no other planets because in essence we always go to Paramatman, and Paramatman is all the planets. In a new video, the questioner says, Mother, it is being said that there is already now a fifth dimension on Earth. Is it true? And Mother Meera, her face doesn't change. There's so much new age here. So she says, Mother Meera says, what is it? What do you're home? Oh, that's okay. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I was just making a video. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You just shocked me. No, it's fine. So sorry about that. I just had my girlfriend come home. She's moving cars. Surprised me. She's supposed to be at work right now. So let's backtrack. Wrong button. Hang on. She goes, whoa. Okay. Wow. Live. And, backtrack just a little bit here. So Mother Meera says, I'm sorry, I turned up the volume. Let's adjust this again. She goes, what is it? What is this fifth dimension? And the woman goes, I also don't know. So why are you asking me? And the woman goes, a new world. Existing now on Earth. And she goes, is it true? And Mother Meera replies, it is as it is now. No. Perhaps new houses. So she doesn't believe this new age stuff. She says it stays as it is now. No, she says. Sorry about that interruption. Literally my girlfriend's supposed to be at work and suddenly comes home and is rearranging cars because we have tomorrow's a snow day. And it's a snow in April, snow day. So she's gonna move our two cars here and there. And so she had to get the keys for one of them. Lively interrupted again.
Some religions like Christianism or Muslims, it is spoken about apocalypse.
What about the
Yeah,
apocalypse?
apocalypse and end of the world and so on. And Kali Yuga, and she's asking, what is your opinion about that?
But that was a long time. Because that was a very, very, very long time. Maybe that time it is okay to do, but this time we are not following
Yeah. How about the
what
Kali
is
Yuga,
there. We
the
will
rules?
take what it fits for us. But we can't say that is wrong or right. That when it was happened, when it was written, that time was completely different people and different nature and different.
You mean when these
When
things?
they have created, when it is happened.
You mean when these things was
Maybe
were
a couple of thousands years ago, it was different.
So here is the recordings of when these clips we saw happen. I'm sorry I got interrupted, and I've had German here, and so this has been an adventuresome one. Didn't expect that. I want to.
developed.
Oh, okay. I just want to see how long. What did we just do? We did this. Okay. I am very impressed by what Mother Meera has said. I want to watch just one more. There was a short one here. I'm looking at the time. I'm seeing this is going long. And one of the things I try to do with my videos is to watch a lot of different clips by these teachers to be fair to the teacher. Because, it's like a performer. If you see them act in one thing and they're really bad, maybe it's just a bad script or a bad director, you need to listen to something else or watch something else they've done. That's my rule. I give performers like 3 times. And also, I say that for musicians. Maybe I could play a song for somebody, from somebody to you, and you're like, oh, that song's horrible. I don't like it. But then I play another one by that band, and you realize, oh, well, it was just a one-off. So you want to give these people multiple chances. And so that's what I like to do here is present multiple videos. And I feel like we've just done a whole bunch. And I've really gotten the essence of her, and I really feel really positive about Mother Meera. I'm 100% impressed. My views on her have radically changed. I'm very, very impressed by her. I like what she says. I'm not impressed by whoever subtitled these things, but I really, really like what she has to say. And I think she is really on the ball. I think she's really on it. So, I don't know. I don't feel like I've been unfair to her. I feel like I've done it a little bit more, but I want to keep going. This has been an hour long, but I kind of want to keep going because I'm enjoying listening to her. You know what I'm kind of saying? So we're going to do another one here. I think this one was this only 3 minutes? No, it's 11 minutes. The other one was 3 minutes. Oh, are they the same ones? White light, sojourns?
Developed.
Oh, there it is. Okay, this is the 3-minute one. Sorry. I'm really enjoying listening to her, and I kind of don't want to end because I just really like what she's saying. I feel like I've done her fair. I feel like I've been enlightened listening to her, but let's keep going with a little more, at least for another 3 minutes, and I don't know if we'll do the next one or not. So, I don't know if this is in German or not either, but there is a subtitle of How Are We Supposed to Develop Gratitude?
Develop.
Gratitude.
It comes automatically. You can't develop it. Only gratitude and thank you. These feelings comes within ourselves what we are doing on the daytime to express our feeling, our gratitude, our devotion. It comes automatically.
To escape from the emotions.
Yeah, not to pay much attention. not to think about emotional what
To
happened.
think to something else.
Yeah.
This is a purely psychological response. She's like, don't listen to that emotion. I know people who are obsessed with negative emotions, and they just get into that negative emotion, and looks like my girlfriend drove away, so she won't be coming back again. um, it just gets so obsessed with things, and they just live in this world of dwelling. I'm looking at my phone. Yeah, she didn't even tell me on. I My girlfriend didn't text me she was coming home. Pure surprise. I mean, she knows I do these videos, but honestly, she never listens to them because she is not a Hindu and not religious. um. Yeah. Anyways, okay. Sorry for the interruption. After 90 something videos, it's a shock I've never been interrupted before. Anyways, Mother Meera says, yes, don't listen to the emotions. I'm thinking about a video I saw by this former woke leftist activist who is now on the right, and she said, I used to wake up and think of something to hate and then spend my morning hating it and then find something else to hate. And she goes, I would go to bed every day having gone through a list of things I hate, and then I'd be so angry by the time I went to bed that I would wake up angry. And then I just, everything was anger. It was living in negative emotions. And she goes, it made me negative and it made me miserable. Because she goes, I would dwell on the negative emotions. I know someone personally who he's led his life and whatever. Well, he's been a hustler. And now he's in his 50s and it's not happening anymore. And he's got some issues. And he just dwells on the negativity, and it just seeps through everything he does. So this is pure psychology. Don't dwell on the negativity. Don't let those things live in your head. Let's get back to Mother Meera, though.
No, it depends how we are taking the situation.
Yes.
Sometimes a little thing we will make big, and sometimes easy to divert our mind and our thoughts and then go somewhere else.
Yes. How can I escape from them when I let them go?
No, nothing. I mean, it comes and goes. No, you can't. The attachment we can't stop. No, it comes and goes. We don't have any special plan to stop or to. So this comes automatically.
To know from you if you are still in contact with Sweet Mare and Sri Aurobindo.
We all are contact each other. That is okay. Whoever it may be. We are all together. But most physically we don't come together, but all gurus or avataras somewhere we are all connected. But most physically we don't come to one place or one.
So she's saying we're all connected, and I'm not going to respond to whether I think she is an avatar or not. I'm just going to leave that one be. You can decide. But they were showing photos of these people, and one of them is Satya Sai Baba. Well, I don't believe Satya Sai Baba was an avatar. I believe he was a fraud. He was, God, if he was around today with social media, I can't imagine. I don't think he is legit. I think he is a guy who had some spiritual training. I've read a couple of his books, matter of fact, and I've read some other books by followers. I sublet an apartment from one of his followers once, who actually had lived in India and worked with him. And it's basic spiritual stuff that we all kind of regurgitate, but I don't feel like he brought it to a new level, and I don't think he was enlightened, and I don't think he had any insights. So she's saying, well, we are all connected, and then they put up a photo of Satya Sai Baba. The way I get this, the way I feel from this is, so essentially you're saying you're connected to a guy who's not an avatar. Doesn't work with me. Kind of cringy. I wish they hadn't put the photos up. Just let her statement, let it be. Because if you put up a fraudulent picture, now you're stuck with that fraudulent picture. Imagine if they put up a picture of Keith Raniere. of the NVIXM, whatever that is, group, or Charles Manson before he went to prison, or if this video was done in 1970, I don't know, 1969, and you have a photo of Jim Jones. Yeah, it doesn't age very well, does it? Let her speak. Just let her speak.
You're not like talking to each other.
Most physically.
Yeah. On the subtle levels.
The subtle way everybody is
connected.
When asked about Sri Satya Sai Baba in our first Mother Meera video, she told me directly Sai Baba is God. And now that she is talking publicly, she continues to say Sai Baba is an avatar, the incarnation of divinity.
So she says, some people think, for example, that Sai Baba said to many people to do this or to do that. But Sai Baba says correctly to do something. However, they do not believe in this.
But die glauben nichts anderes.
Some people believe this when in reality Sai Baba is saying no. I don't know what she's referring to because I don't know his stuff that well, but she's correcting people. That's all.
Sai Baba sagt nein, with practical. They don't believe, but they say I have ear.
She says they don't believe, but they say they can hear his voice
or
something.
Voice or something.
It's the inner voice.
Inner voice.
Inner voice. I don't know. Has Sai Baba also been a real avatar? The question is, and she goes, "Oh yeah." and they laugh. But wait a minute. If I said to you, has Shirdi Sai Baba, not Satya Sai Baba, but Shirdi Sai Baba, also been a real avatar? And I guarantee no one would laugh. If I said to you, is Sri Ramakrishna a real avatar? I guarantee nobody would laugh. But they laugh here. Why are they laughing? Oh, is he a real avatar? Yep. Are they laughing because, oh yeah, we all know the truth? It's just a weird reaction to what should be a very straightforward question.
Also beide auch.
So then the question is, so both Shirdi and Satya Sai Baba. So Satya Sai Baba said he was actually both Jesus and Shirdi Sai Baba.
Der Shirdi und Satya Sai Baba.
Shirdi Baba is.
She says, Shirdi Baba, how do you say? That was a long time ago.
Das war lange Zeit. Das
She goes, for both there is no doubt.
Beide keine Zweifel.
I doubt.
Mother Meera, das Licht von Paramatman.
Sorry, I
Wie kann es mehr?
I didn't realize there was that went into the next video. I am going to pause here and not go into the next video because it looks like it's all subtitled and I don't just want to keep reading to you. But I will leave the link down below if you wish to check out this next video of her. I think that's fair. So, I'm kind of at a loss for words. Because I am really, really impressed by Mother Meera. I'm blown away by her. If I seem a little down on the energy, it's just because it's lunchtime. But I'm very impressed by Mother Meera. I don't have a guru rating system. But if I did, I would put her up there. I don't know, 2 thumbs up, whatever. Sri Acharya says that 96, or he's also said 98% of gurus are fake. They're just self-help teachers. They're just, good people. They just know a lot about psychology and a lot about PR. There's very few real gurus. Many real gurus are no longer with us. In the living world, though, I think I'm going to say that Mother Meera makes the cut. I'm going to put her in the list of the 2%. The 2%ers. Not the 1%ers. We know what that is. But the 2%ers of real gurus. Is that fair? Would you agree with me? I don't know. Let us now rearrange the house a little bit. Go back. You don't need to see the opening again, so we'll kill that. Is Mother Meera an avatar? I am not going to answer. Has she achieved something, though? Has she had some spiritual enlightenment? Has she seen God? Maybe one of the above. I will say probably. Her answers to the questions are so concise, so hitting home, and I think so on the ball. And I would refer you to my Chandraruder video, which was a word salad for me. And there was one fun comment that said it was gibberish, it was like Kamala Harris. So compare that to what she says, and she's just very precise. And I don't think you can learn that. I think that is precision and getting to the truth comes from experience. I don't think you can just read a book and regurgitate. So I think she has tapped into something for her to be able to see the big picture, which I think a lot of teachers really don't see. They repeat. I think she's one of the 2%ers. Is that the answer you expected? Probably coming to my videos where I tend to be a little bit more critical, you probably did not expect that. You probably thought I would be ripping her apart. No, you just get interrupted by my girlfriend. Who really exists. It's now been proven. You may have heard her voice. I will be, after this video, probably looking at more Mother Meera videos. Maybe you will too. On the other hand, maybe you totally disagree with her. Maybe you don't like what she said. Maybe you also think that I have missed something. Okay, fair enough. Please share it down below. The fact that I did this show twice and then when it's interrupted also upset my momentum. In my first video, I was like really hyped, like, oh my god, this woman's amazing. If I have missed something or you feel like there's more out there, feel free to share a video link with me below. If you have a book you'd like to recommend, if you'd like to, I don't know, I'd like to say, if you feel like I haven't been fair because I haven't addressed some of the controversy around her, okay, hit me up, because you know I love controversy. Video link down below. Or send me a private email. I'm more than happy to do that. Yeah. And I think that's all I've got to say. I just have no more to say. I've really enjoyed this. I'm kind of at a loss for words about how she is just right there. She's got it. She's happening. She's cool. She's hip. So follow her. Follow Mother Meera. Listen to her words. Is my advice. Yeah. She's one of the good ones. And with that, I'm going to end this show now. And I'm going to say thank you very much for watching this. If you like what I do, there's a website in the description down below, and you can support me by buying some of my books. I have a short story I've recently written on music, because you see behind me my bass, and music's important. Or you can contribute in other ways if you should like. Subscribing on YouTube helps a lot. Yeah, I'm just going to thank you for joining me for this tumble through Mother Meera today and live broadcasting once again. Jai Shri Krishna.